It is Rebecca's first night shift. As part of her welcome package, Raymond locks Rebecca in the mortuary.
That's quite funny.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Sin.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to an exciting episode of All the Screams That Followed. And today,
Episode 2. Well, no, the thing is that all the screams that followed the previous episode was, I believe, approximately 6 years ago. So I feel like you owe the people an explanation as to not only why you're bringing this back, but what it is.
All the Screams That Followed is a series where we work on a quote-unquote solo lore script that's going to be a more traditional video format with a narration. So we're going to look at a script of Raymond and improve it before we actually record the real version.
Okay.
Now, Sophie, may you please click on the link I sent you over Discord. Imagine like somber music. Raymond Delver was born sometime in the 1940s, either in Connecticut or somewhere nearby.
Why is he Connecticut or somewhere nearby?
The vibes that I get from the game is he was either born there or nearby.
It's Connecticut core vibes.
Connecticut core vibes, yes.
Just say he was born in New England, because it's one of the creepier parts of the US.
So how do we say that, okay, it's not confirmed, but sources, aka Sophie, says he was born in New England?
See, I've never played the mortuary assistant. That's how I can be objective about it.
I know, I recently discovered a new Nakame. I'm gonna ask him. Hi, ChatGPT, how are you?
Oh, for God's sake. No, not ChatGPT.
We
just went through this Grammarly thing. We're not doing
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Assistant. We will ask and see what he says. He says it's left deliberately vague. However, this is what we can infer. The game is set in New England. When he was young, his mother fell ill. That illness opened the door to something far worse, a demon that found its way not just into her body, but into their lives.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's pretty much confirmed, like based on his journal.
I've not
Last
played
time
it.
we talked about this. You have good memory, bitch. You remember this.
I remember vaguely what happened, yes. Yeah, but I mean, like, you also remember it.
Good. And we also have a journal entry that I will insert here.
I stopped my life to take care of her, and she brought this in. I can't blame her. It's not fair. It's not her fault. I have to find a way to stop this myself.
The demon found its way in, not just into her body, but into their lives. That makes it sound like it's like a heartwarming story, where like they adopted a demon, but like it's Marley and me.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What if it is a heartwarming story and we just misunderstood it?
I mean, he puts people in a crematorium. That's pretty heartwarming.
Heartwarming?
Line number 3. How many pages is this? Oh my god, this is 14 pages long!
What happened exactly, but whatever Raymond witnessed during his mother's possession must have been terrifying. He desperately needed support, and people tried to help him, but it didn't last. So we have a whole journal entry here where he talks about how people abandoned him, how they're cowards, they were supposed to help, and then they ran away. And then Raymond was left to deal with the demon wearing his mother's face by himself. Yet he clung on to one final hope. Exactly what that hope was remains unclear, but it was likely a ritual he performed in a final attempt to save his mother. The ritual worked, and the demon was driven back. So basically there's a journal entry that says, look, everybody left, but I have one final hope.
Okay.
And then there's another journal entry after that goes, school is going okay. Good thing the dead don't talk anymore. So like if you put those two together, it was probably some ritual and then it did something. We don't know how successful it was.
And this is like the same rituals that he's doing in the present.
We don't know because this is him in his like 20s or something, or maybe
But
even
wasn't there
younger.
this may have come later on. This is the problem because
Mhm.
you are the actual mortuary assistant expert of the two. I only listened to you talk about it once. Isn't there a thing where like he goes and he finds some like ancient book
Yes,
that's like
In
Egyptian or something?
Egypt. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
later. That's years
That's
later.
later. Okay.
Yes, but that we will also bring that.
Do you think he was interested in Egyptology to begin with? Or like the occult to begin with, and that's how he knew the ritual?
The feeling I get is his mother got sick, and in that universe, demons just, possess people who are a little weaker or sicker or whatever.
Isn't it
And
our
then he was like,
universe?
no, it's the 90s.
We were from the 90s. We were there. This is the thing when you say, like, that's just that universe, right? Presumably, demons don't. This isn't normal. Even if this is the fictional universe of Mortuary Assistant, that's not a normal thing to happen.
I don't know if it's normal or not. We're only witnessing this in New England.
So maybe this is something that happens in New England.
Maybe, I don't know. Like,
That
maybe.
was Lovecraft's problem. Do you think he knew about that beforehand, or did he go to, like... Was it like, oh, my mother's sick, and, like, I don't know what to do, and then he met some creepy guy with the book, is like, oh, you wish to save her. Well, like, did that happen?
Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, I think it's that.
But, like, also, was he just into that stuff?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess technically there's no real indication one way or another. But
Okay.
my feeling tells me he wasn't into it before.
Okay.
Because I feel like if he was into it, he'd be able to like easily deal with it. Like, I'm a pro, I know what I'm doing. But he seemed to have been like lost and like.
Well, maybe that was him to start with. He's like, I'm a pro, I know what I'm doing. And then it just got out of control. Oh, so this was in the 1960s that this happened.
Yeah.
So it's not like he was getting it from the internet or something.
Probably had to go to the library.
I mean, if anywhere's going to have, like, a library full of books about demonic possession, it probably would be somewhere in New England. So.
Thank you, Sophie. Raymond tried to move on, but he couldn't shake the truth. Human bodies were being used as vessels, gateways for dark spirits to slip into our world. He went on to study mortuary science, not just as a career, but as a way to confront the entities on his own terms, to study them, contain them, and maybe even stop them. Make sense so far? I think. I don't know. I'm guessing. I feel like it checks out.
You're doing a lot of guessing in this.
You're doing a lot of guessing in this.
No, but I'm like, I don't know which parts of this you're getting from the game and which parts of this you're filling in.
I'm getting from my logic. Because, like, he encounters something horrible. Okay. Bitch. He encounters something horrible.
It's specifically the way you said, I'm getting it from my logic. Which implies you have your own system of logic that operates largely based on vibes. And, like, scenes from anime that you've seen. just goes like this. Oh.
Do you know that my boyfriend found an anime that might be obviously not as good as Reborn, but is actually good? It's called like Spy Family.
Oh yeah, Spy X Family, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really, really cute and it's funny and it's like an assassin and a spy living together and their kid has psychic powers, but none of them know this. They think they're just like a regular family. It's very, very cute. Reborn out of 10.
Late at night, I think of you, your vision floods my mind.
It's currently 10:45 a.m. and I have to go at 3:30.
Okay, so Raymond studied the traditional curriculum, anatomy, embalming procedures, grief counseling, all the foundational skills of the profession. But perhaps during the quiet hours, his focus began to shift. Raymond started diving deeper into the occult, poring over obscure manuscripts and decoding forgotten symbols. Late nights in the labs turned into secret experiments, testing theories far beyond anything his school would approve. Yeah, this is me imagining what he was like during his mortuary studying days.
So is that
That's
in the
me.
game or is that
No.
that's you? Okay.
That's me.
Did he study at Miskatonic University? But do you want to present it more as like, this is what we know, and then be like, so we can assume that? Because that might
Yes.
be. Like, we know this
Okay.
happened and this happened, so during this point in his life, like, presumably he got into the occult or something like that. If I wasn't here to ask you, I'd assume all this was in the text in the game.
But then I'm gonna have a lot of presumably and I guess.
Yeah, that's why we're not popular, because all of our
It's
Souls
not
videos are
gonna
like
sound
that.
as good, Sophie. Presumably Raymond studied traditional curriculum and maybe he was delving into the occult.
Couldn't you just say he studied mortuary science?
Yeah, I did say that. But then
But do you
I
need
would
to say
like to
traditional
elaborate.
curriculum? Because it makes it. Did he have electives?
Yes, he took
Yeah.
anime where he studied Jealousy Volume 2. In the 1970s, Raymond opened River Fields Mortuary. For the first time, he had complete control. No rules, no supervisors, and as we'll come to see, no answering to the authorities either.
Did he open the mortuary, or was the mortuary already there and he took it over? Like, does it say? Like, did he take over from a previous mortician?
Based on game files, environmental clues, and subtle lore drops, the most likely answer is Raymond Delver took over or inherited an existing mortuary, Riverfields, and modified it for his own purposes, especially the occult, demonic containment work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it would have been built in what, like post-war?
The name Riverfields Mortuary does not reference Raymond. If he had built it from scratch, he must
It's
have...
not a restaurant. You call it like Raymond's. Like light up sign at the top.
Yeah.
Little neon sign of him shoveling someone in a crematorium.
Oh my god. Raymond's knowledge is learned, not inherited. Thank you, ChatGPT.
See, I thought that was you. I thought that was the next line. So, I think you and ChatGPT need to spend some time apart.
Okay. So the idea is he bought this mortuary and finally he's like, okay, I'm letting loose. You know, I got this. I do whatever I want.
You could say like, because we don't think he like opened it. You could say like Raymond. Is he the only person who works there apart from the assistant?
There's him, and then he had to kill every single assistant he had because they got possessed.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sophie. The problem, there's no dealing with Demons for Dummies guidebooks, and it didn't take long for Raymond to realize he couldn't do this alone. He needed help. So he started bringing on assistants, and they had no idea what they were signing up for. So I think it's heavily implied they had no idea what they were signing up for,
I
even
think
though
it's
none of them
almost certain
explicitly said that.
that they didn't
Okay.
know what they were signing up for.
While working at Riverfields, one of Raymond's assistants, David Withlow, became possessed and ended up dead. Raymond did not file a single report. No police, no coroner's request. Instead, you know what he did?
He buried him in the backyard.
Buried him in the backyard.
So our good friend, the passive voice, is back here. The abdicator of responsibility for many, many years. You've got he became possessed and ended up dead. You should clarify what actually happened.
Later in the game,
Yeah.
Raymond says something like, I had to kill them all.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we'll take that as an admission of guilt. I had to kill them all. No, but like, because he ended up dead, but like, if you're, say, me, right?
Yeah.
And you vaguely aware of the mortuary assistant, or perhaps you don't know anything about the mortuary assistant,
Yeah.
you should clarify, like, ended up dead is just like, that makes it sound like the demon possessed him and then like he died from being possessed, or like his body died in shock or something like that, or he ran it onto a road, or so I reckon you should say that.
Okay,
like,
so what do we say? He became possessed and
maybe like, so there's no police and no coroner's inquest. She just disappears.
basically David goes to work for Mortuary, gets possessed, Raymond has to kill him, buries him in backyard. And from what I see, like, it's not outright stated, but it's just like
No, but
Nothing
we're getting
happens.
into
No
like we're getting
police.
into like
No
soul
nothing.
stuff where it's like it's not outright stated, but if like you've got a body buried in the yard and then a recording of someone saying I had to kill him.
No, I
Like
mean,
we're not doing the whole like, well actually he could have been killed by Velka thing.
no, what I mean is I thought you were asking if the police showed up. It looks like nothing, he didn't report it to anyone.
I think there's like one of the things here is that the point of view of this story is like it's a little omniscient, but also it's a horror story. Like this version, not the game. So you should maybe just mention, like, one of Raymond's assistants, David Whitlow, like, mysteriously vanished and was never seen again. And then mention later on, like, when you get to, like, oh, then that was, we discovered what happened to David Whitlow.
So should I just say, and Raymond had no choice but to, like, eliminate him?
I feel like Raymond had a number of choices and he made some poor ones. He's not real. He's the villain, all right?
He's not even the villain. Some could say he's the good guy. He's fighting demons, Sophie.
He was fighting demons by, like, killing other people.
No, but they became possessed.
Question for the Lore Master. Is this happening at other mortuaries too, or is Raymond making it happen?
We can neither confirm nor deny that allegation.
Because I got the impression that, like, because Raymond is obsessed with the occult and stuff, and he, like, encountered one that was, like, when his mother was dying, he's somehow luring... this is the impression I got, all right, from you describing it to me. I don't know if this is actually true anymore. I got the impression that what he's doing is he's deliberately luring the demons to his mortuary so he can trap them and then burn the corpse and get rid of the demon. That's the impression I was getting. But the way you're describing it now, it's like this is just an occupational hazard that mortuary assistants have to deal with. And he's figured out he's figured out a way of dealing with it. That's a little unorthodox.
Well, I guess it depends on who you ask.
Who are we asking? The murderer? Or the murder victims? Because they seem to be the characters. Okay. I would say, like, one of Raymond's assistants, David Whitlow, was that his first assistant?
I'm going to say, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe have, like, Raymond's first assistant, David Whitlow, mysteriously vanished and was never seen again, right? Like, there was no coroner's inquest, there was no police report, no one ever saw it. Like, just mention he just disappears. And then you've got, like, a diary audio thing, I don't know what that's saying. But have that, and then have, like, when they then say, but in truth, Raymond had killed him and buried him in the yard after he became possessed by something, because that flows better as, like, a story. Yeah. Does Raymond talk about, like, his state when he killed him? Like, was he panicking, or was it, like, a clinical thing?
No, he doesn't admit it at this point. Only later, like, in one of the endings, he's like, I had to kill them all.
Is that his exact tone of voice? I had to kill them all.
Yeah, he feels very bad about it.
Have you followed the Australian mushroom poisoning case?
Does she feel bad about it?
No, because there's one fucking soundbite that they use every single time she's on anything where she goes, "It's a tragedy, what's happened? I'm devastated. I loved them." But that's all, it's every single news report, there's a new mushroom event. "It's a tragedy, I'm devastated. I loved them."
Yeah, he sounds like that.
Well, but maybe specify, like, they became possessed by an entity that was attracted to that was inside a corpse or whatever. Because otherwise, it just sounds like it's unrelated. Like he's just
attracted to a corpse.
But are they attracted to the corpses, or are they already in the corpses?
They're attracted, I think.
But aren't they?
Look, demonic possession is not clear cut, Sophie.
But isn't the game about following a procedure where, like, you find the symbol that's on the corpse and you reference something else, and then at the end you put them in the crematorium or something? Yeah, so there
already
is a procedure to it.
Body. I don't know if they're in the body or, like, attached to it or attracted to it, but yeah, there's a body that they're glued to somehow.
They're so glued to it.
Okay, we'll say attracted to a corpse in the mortuary. It became possessed by an entity that would attract it to a coronerary. Okay, now how do I phrase that Raymond had no choice? Poor Raymond. Poor Ray had no choice but to kill David.
Well, does killing him, like, stop the demon?
I think it just stops David.
So just say like, and Raymond killed David to contain the entity or something.
It's a little gruesome. Like, you just bury someone like that.
You're now realizing. This is like, I just realized Healing Church has healing in the name. Which was, I think, 2018.
So we have some diaries where Raymond feels like really bad about this. So it's
Okay.
like Raymond was devastated by what happened to David, racked with guilt and shame. So naturally, he did the only logical thing. He hired more assistants. And then we have a bunch of diary entries where he's like, "Oh no, poor like Angela. Oh no, I'm sorry, Joe. Oh no, Catherine." Like whatever their names were. Like, "I am so sorry this is happening to you."
Does he get progressively more just like, oh, it happened again? Toward the end?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay. The final one's just for fuck's sake.
So he doesn't stop. And so I say, like, maybe Raymond told himself that if he stopped now, all the pain and loss would have been for nothing. And
Yeah.
deep down, he probably believed that with a little more time and a little more help, he could finally get it right. Spoiler alert, he didn't.
Yeah, question.
Yes.
So what he's doing is, right,
Mm-hmm.
he's doing that so he can get rid of the demons that are in the corpses. That's what he's doing?
Yes, but deeper...
He doesn't have like a plan B. He's
Yeah.
not like trying to eradicate all evil from the world or bring his mother back to life or something like that.
No.
He's
No.
okay, so it's just and
I think it's just obsession with like trying to
Yeah.
figure out demons, like, or something
Okay,
along
yeah,
those lines.
yeah.
Maybe he is thinking, I will stop them, but
yeah, because I'm
it's
thinking like
yeah,
from his point of view,
yeah.
that plan only works if he's attracting the demons specifically to his mortuary, because otherwise this would be happening in all the mortuaries.
So the thing is, at some point later, he says like, wherever I go, demons will follow me. At this point.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So the demons are attracted to him, and they're going into the corpses in the mortuary.
Yeah, but I don't
Okay.
know if like, oh, they'll follow him wherever he goes because of his mother and it's not his fault, or he was messing with them so much that they're like, all right, bro, okay, it's on.
No, I think it's that, because if he was into weird ritual shit when his mother got like possessed, then I'm assuming that when he did that like made him like a locus for like the demons
target,
coming after him. Yeah. I think
Mhm.
that makes the most sense, because otherwise
Okay.
he would be attempting to eradicate demons, but only the ones in this very small area of Connecticut.
Yes.
Yeah, which doesn't feel like it would accomplish very much.
So how do we convey that in the beginning of the text, that he became like a target for demons? Like a not conduit, a magnet, a demon magnet.
I liked when you described him as glue.
Glue. Demon glue.
Okay, I reckon this can be where you've got into her body but into their lives.
Okay.
Maybe like not just into her body, but
Yeah.
maybe make like not just into her body, but also mention like something happened to her, but then it also made Raymond a target.
Like, what would you say? Like, let's say like it's dark, okay? And then there's like a light shining somewhere. And then the demons are like, oh, let's go to the light, but the light is Raymond. You know, they're like attracted to him.
But like this is the other question, right?
Yeah.
Is it that the demons see Raymond as someone they're going after because he did something, or is it that like he's like cursed, like he did something and they're specifically going after him?
I don't know. We don't know.
We just don't know.
We just don't know.
Like marked him as a target for them or something? Or that makes it sound like they're hitmen.
Hitman Reborn. Okay.
Why didn't he ask Professor Boreen for help?
Hi Cultists. Sophie and Sin are currently working on the Season 2 analysis of Reborn. If you want to see their 5-hour analysis of Season 1 of Reborn, please see the pinned comment. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
His obsession cost Raymond everything, including Maria, the love of his life. Raymond walked away from her, convinced it was the only way to keep her safe. And then there's like a little journal entry was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, Maria.
Is this before or after all the other people died?
I feel like you're judging him a little bit.
He doesn't sound like a particularly sympathetic character. You're like, well, maybe he's the hero. Like, no, he's not.
So, but this act of love reveals a darker truth. Deep down, Raymond never truly saw his assistants as people. Perhaps to him, they were simply tools, instrument in his relentless quest to control the damned. Like lighting strips he burned to reveal sigils, his assistants were one-time use items, disposable and replaceable. You know how you walk around the mortuary with like lighting strips?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, next one. Okay, next one.
Okay,
I think that's him with assistants. Like, okay, next one.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Do you know what this reminds me of? Derasane. Because in Derasane, the whole thing is like, we found a way to control time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they just get deeper and deeper into, well, enough horrible shit has happened that we have no choice but to go forward. But also, it'll all be worth it in the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because in Derasane, like the ultimate plan seems to be to just go back and prevent any of the game from happening.
Yeah.
Because it's that thing that like time travel stories do that's always really shitty, where it's like, oh, went back in time at the end and the story didn't happen. But like that's actually the villain's plan. It's like, well, we're gonna go back in time and say the story didn't happen, so it doesn't matter, so we can just murder children all
can
day.
do whatever.
They'll just come back.
Sophie, for a second, my brain was about to make a joke. Lol, what is this? A game made by Miyazaki? Murdering
Yeah, but then you
children all
remembered
day?
it was.
And
Yeah.
then it's like, brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's also, I think it's probably like, it's his best thing he did since Bloodborne.
Peggy 16.
Hey, it's From Software President Hidetaka Miyazaki here. Whenever anyone approaches us and asks us to make a new Souls-like, I send them a photo of my asshole. Nintendo didn't quite get the message, and unfortunately we have to make this now. The entirety of Bloodborne was actually just viral marketing for Duskbloods. For instance, this character here is actually the floating statue in Old Yarnum. In case you couldn't tell, the frog with the big naturals was made by Yui. He's fucking disgusting. This character is stolen entirely from JoJo Part 7, but I've been assured there's never going to be an anime adaptation of it, so we're probably safe. I cut the trailer here to not spoil people, but that's actually the first move of a very exciting dance sequence. Oh fuck, the music stopped. Duskbloods, woo! Every day they're out there fighting. Duskbloods, woo!
No, I'm frustrated that they're not going to go back and just make little horror games again. Like, we're not going to get Kuon 3. Everything's going to be some bloated, like, open world RPG thing from now on. We will not get Murakumo Mech Pursuit 2. It was a game they made where you were a mech that was chasing other mechs through a city.
My dream, Sophie, and I can die happy if this ever happens, if Miyazaki collabs with Takashi Miike.
Okay. Do you think Takashi Miike should make the Elden Ring movie?
Oh my god, yes. He can make anything. You know, he made teen dramas, he made
you've
horror.
I'm aware of the Takashi Miike
JoJo live adaptation. He made that.
he did.
Terraform Mars. Have you seen Terraform Mars?
No, but I feel like I have.
Yeah, so the anime is just like, I love it so much, but it's nonsense. It's incomprehensible nonsense. And he made a movie that was like, I wouldn't say watchable, but it's him, so therefore it's good. It's
yeah. It's good without being watchable, is what you're saying.
Yeah, what he needs to do, Sophie, like if they can team up and make Audition the game.
I like how you just have a copy of Audition, like at your desk for easy access.
Yes. Oh. So, as time went on, Raymond had a realization. He needed to come clean to turn himself in and finally put an end to all of this.
How many murders was this in?
Well, Sophie, actually, just kidding. He realized he needed to refine his methods and set up protocols.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I was gonna say that doesn't really jive with the whole, I've waded so far into the blood that there is no point in turning back.
I was making a little jokesy joke.
Yeah. Raymond, surrender now while your crimes are not so serious.
He began forming connections in the occult world with experts like Mr. Salah in Egypt, who shared knowledge, techniques, and secrets about possessions. However, as Raymond's skills improved, his understanding deepened, but the toll was heavy. By the 1980s, Raymond was exhausted and broke. And this is literally like in his diaries, he's like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted and I'm so broke.
Well, has anything stressful happened to you recently, Raymond?
Eventually, he created the Night Shift Database, a sleek modern tool for managing corpses and demonic threats, powered by Windows 95, so you know it's bulletproof. That's another little jokesy joke.
Well, I mean, Windows is better than Windows 11. It's not trying to charge you for a subscription every time it turns on. If you ask me, the Raymond had it pretty good.
By the 90s, Raymond had become a professor of mortuary science to boost his income and expand his reach to recruit more assistants. So now this is
So he's a predator.
Yeah, so it doesn't explicitly say that.
I don't feel comfortable being with this character.
So the game does not say this, but I'm like, okay, he's broke and he needs more assistants and there's this university job, so I feel like it kind of, comes together.
Have you actually mentioned prior to this what he's doing? Like, do you mention that, like, he draws demons to the corpses and then they sometimes get into his assistants? I feel like if you've brought up, like, demons and him murdering and burying his assistants in the yard, you should probably mention it.
Yeah,
that, like,
okay.
he's trying to do, demons are drawn to him, he's drawing them into the corpses.
We'll do it here. Okay, say it again. He's drawing.
What is he actually doing? Because the demons are, they're like floating around him and then he sticks them in the corpses.
No, I don't know, Sophie.
You played the game!
But Raymond is not one. I don't think he knows exactly. He's kind of like going by vibes as well.
Okay. It's worked out well for him.
Okay. So how would you describe what he's doing? Raymond?
Well, I'm describing what you've described. Raymond is attempting to trap the demons that are drawn to him inside the corpses in the mortuary so that he can then dispose of them. Because that's my understanding of what he's doing.
Which brings us to the present day, 1998. So, at this point, we take a little break, and there's a note of Sophie that tells people to, like, stretch, whatever. If you want more information, refer people to the previous podcast.
You told this to me last night, right? And I'm like, how long is this thing that it needs a break? And you're like, about 10 minutes. But we've been talking about the script for almost an hour now, and we are on page 7. Okay, do you want to know a little trick?
Yes.
This is not a hard and fast rule, but in, like, script writing, and I know you formatted it differently, but basically in script writing, 1 page of a script is 1 minute of, like, end product.
Is that, like, for reals, or...?
Yeah, but, like, scripts are formatted a certain way, and the idea is, like, if you've got, like, 100-page script, the movie will be 100 minutes. If you've got a 120-page script, it'll be 2 hours. If it's if you're writing a half-hour TV script, it would be, like, 24 pages long, so you could fit everything in it. And, like, that's also why if you look at, like script writing manuals and things, they will have, like, make sure, like, on page 7, this happened, because that'll presumably be 7 minutes into the film. And then it's like, at page 30, have this happen, because that'll be a third of the way into a 90-minute movie. So that's technically, it should be the first act is over now. So stuff like that. So yeah, this is 14 pages long. So I'm guessing it's probably going to, but you've got quite a lot of text. I reckon maybe like 15, maybe 15 to 20. If you're
I think like not more.
A lot
than
of it also you're including like audio and stuff. So
yeah. Oh, that's true.
Hi, Sophie here. Currently recovering after forcing myself to do 2 45-minute episodes back to back in the same week. Don't make the same mistake I did, and remember to look after yourself by taking a break, hydrating, and standing up. If you'd like to learn more about Raymond, a character who, let's be fair, has significantly more dialogue than most of the characters we make videos about, you can listen to something that Sin is just calling the one we did before. For reference, that episode was just called The Mortuary Assistant. It features ethical donuts. Thanks to everyone who supports us on Patreon. They got this episode whenever it was recorded originally, which I think was like 2 months ago. Sin, why the fuck have you taken this long? Sorry. I mean, everyone who supports us on Patreon got this episode early. If you'd like to support us on Patreon as well, you can go to patreon.com/SinclairLaw. Then Sin's just got pre-episode assessing the lore, the story of Raymond Mortuary. She has misspelled Raymond.
Rebecca Owen sits in a quiet diner across from her grandmother. Her grandmother tells Rebecca how proud she is and how far she's come. Rebecca is nearly finished her studies in mortuary science and has just accepted an internship at Riverfield's Mortuary under the supervision of her old professor, Raymond Delver.
They're like, oh yeah, he was really desperate for assistance after the last 19 quit under mysterious circumstances.
Her grandmother warns Rebecca softly, says strange things happen in Riverfield's Mortuary, but Rebecca brushes it off. Those are just stories, and no matter what, Rebecca has made up her mind. She has to do this.
Okay.
Like Raymond, Rebecca knows trauma all too well. Rebecca's childhood was marked by addiction. Both her parents struggled with substance abuse. When she was young, Rebecca found her mother dead from a heroin overdose. That tragedy jolted her father into sobriety, and he turned his life around. But Rebecca spiraled, the trauma consumed her, and she became an addict.
Right.
One night in particular, she went to a beach party and went on a bender. Once her father noticed she wasn't home, worried, he reached out to the authorities to organize a search party. He joined the search himself, and he was the one who found her first. Rebecca was unconscious and fading. As her father rushed to help, he slipped, hit his head, and was dragged into the ocean. She lay there, unable to move, watched helplessly as the man who tried to save her was claimed by the waves. Rebecca's father has been sober for 5 years, and in the end, he trying to save her.
So I would change, right? You've got watched helplessly as the man who tried to save her was claimed by the waves. I would just say like as her father was claimed, because otherwise it's you're not. It's obvious from the context it's her father, but as her father, and then just say like was claimed by the waves as he tried to save her.
Warning, this is like, yeah, well, for people who know the story, it's like gruesome stuff. Yeah, it is.
Oh, really? So you're including the warning at like the halfway mark.
Like, the implication is that like people know that this is like, you know, like the literal trailer for Mortuary Assistant is like messed up. So,
yeah.
Like, yeah. I sent it to someone who watches scary movies, who likes them, and even they were like, what the hell?
From your delivery there is identical to Tim Robinson. What the hell? You sure about that? I'm sorry, continue.
Okay, warning, it's about to get a little bit worse, but it's fine. It's like it has a good outcome for this part, but so Rebecca never fully recovered. She blamed herself over her father's death. Her guilt consumed her. She was hospitalized to a mental health facility where she attempted to take her own life. But time passed, and eventually, instead of like numbing the pain, she started confronting it. Determined to rebuild her life, Rebecca moved in with her grandmother, the one steady presence that she had left. Rebecca got clean. It wasn't easy. Every day was a struggle, but she held on, one step at a time. She went on to study mortuary science, not just as a career, but as a way to confront death on her own terms. And now fate, or something darker, has drawn her to Raymond Delver.
Okay, see, where you've got fate or something darker.
Yeah.
Fate is already like a sort of mystical thing, so I reckon maybe like, her, maybe it's like something like, you want to go something like the juxtaposition of like there's something normal or something darker, but fate's
Yeah,
already like a
you're
mysterious
right.
cosmic force. So I reckon like maybe just like now her studies or something else has drawn her to Raymond.
Who's texting you, Sophie? Nothing is more important than this.
Look, I also work in a field with a very high turnover, okay?
You're also working a mortuary with demons?
I think the mortuary has a much lower... That's abnormal for a mortuary.
Is that normal for a mortuary?
But like the mortuary here is like... It's just a little bleak, but it's a family business. They just do it.
Oh.
It's like if their
I
family have
don't.
been here for a long time.
Mm.
It's named after the family.
You see, so ChatGPT was right. When ChatGPT was like,
Raymonds.
his knowledge was not inherited, and so that's what it meant.
I thought you meant
I
it was
guess
it was right about the mortuary just being called Raymonds. Like it's like an old-timey diner.
Thank you, Sophie. Now, it is Rebecca's first night shift. As part of her welcome package, Raymond locks Rebecca in the mortuary.
That's quite funny.
Explains that demons exist and they possess the dead. Her job isn't just embalming anymore. She has to identify the corpse which is used as a vessel by a demon, figure out the demon's names, banish the demon, and in the process try not to get possessed or die.
This is the first day.
This is the first day.
Okay.
And because she's an intern, she's not getting paid for any of this.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I am familiar.
Oh, no. The night shift is brutal. Rebecca isn't just embalming bodies. She's wielding Raymond's bizarre occult tools to fight off supernatural entities that taunt her every step.
Question.
Yes.
Is this literally what happens? Like the first day Raymond tells you all this?
Yes. Well, technically, I didn't include it, but before the first day, they have a mini interview where he gives you a tutorial. He's like, when you come in during the day.
I feel like you should put that in because it's quite a sudden lurch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Rebecca suffers vivid hallucinations. Some visions appear designed solely to frighten her, while others pull her back into memories of her mother's overdose, her father's drowning, her time in the hospital, which turns the mortuary into a mirror reflecting her deepest pain.
Is it presented as she has these visions of her mother? So when she sees the demons and things she doesn't know, that's kind of normal to her?
No. I think it's presented like this is not normal. This is just demons messing with her.
But didn't you show me a bit where there was literally her mother's corpse crawls out of the floor or something?
Oh no, what I mean is, okay, so you see just some hallucinations are just spoopy and demons, but then they go deeper into her head and she hallucinates her parents. She's hallucinating that she's in another place,
she was but she did hallucinate and have flashbacks before she joined the mortuary.
I don't know. Not as far as we know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not stated that she did, as far as I know.
Okay. No, but I thought that's what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be she keeps seeing her dead mother and father dying out of the corner of her eye all the time because she's been traumatized. So when the demons show up, she doesn't initially notice anything's wrong because she's used to seeing weird things and obsessing over them.
You're so cute. No.
I've never played this.
This is so good. We should make that game, Sophie.
Wait, isn't it just the mortuary assistant?
The mortuary assistant 2.
Shadow of the Raymond.
Shadow of the Raymonds, yes. There isn't just one way this night could end. She might fail, become possessed by a demon. If that happens, Raymond will have no choice but to contain her or eliminate her. So that's one of the endings. Basically, if she becomes possessed, he literally locks her in a coffin. Or the implication is he could kill her because that's what he did with his other sisters.
Yeah, with the other ones, yeah.
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 But that kind of possession wouldn't just be dangerous for Rebecca, it could be deadly for Raymond too. The demons remember him. And if they get to him
I'm
through
supposed
Rebecca...
to feel sorry for Raymond, I mean, this completely innocent, traumatized intern, she could be hurt, but you know what? This could also affect Raymond. Mass murderer Raymond.
Basically, in one of the endings, like Raymond shows up and Rebecca's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Oh, everything's good." She's like, "Yeah, actually, no, I'm possessed. Die, Raymond," and then he dies.
So wait, is it literally after that? How's it going? Yeah, everything's good. That's the good ending.
That's a good ending.
It's all good and she just goes home again. Continue.
Sophie. Yet, if Rebecca endures, if she confronts every vision and overcomes every terror, she will find peace with her father's passing and finally achieve closure. So that's
Okay.
another one of the endings where, like, she achieves closure.
Is the whole game set over one night? Or does she go back different nights?
Like, I think she keeps going back. Yeah, I think she just keeps going back, because basically, I'll
But don't you
explain
know
why.
if she goes back?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, she
aren't
goes
there
back, but it's
scenes?
always the same thing. Like, it's over multiple nights.
Right. Is it ever explained why she goes back after on her first day she's told it's haunted?
Yes.
Is it because she's trying to find closure? Is that it?
No, I will explain in
Okay.
a second.
Okay.
So I think the canonical ending is the one where she survives the night shift. So,
Okay.
Rebecca survives the night shift, and for the first time with what seems like forever, the world feels calm. The sun rises over river fields, golden and steady, as if rewarding her for making it through. So that's literally like when the game, like the end, you have like the good ending. It feels like very calm, very like
Yep.
good
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
So, Raymond comes to see her and offers his congratulations. She did it. She actually made it through the night. And then he mentions a little caveat. He confesses that he's been doing this for years, locked in an endless battle to keep the entities at bay. Because, as it turns out, the night shift never really ends. Even if he moves, they would find him. And now, even
Well,
if
there you go.
Rebecca
So they are
ran
following him.
Yeah. And
They-
now,
yeah,
even
so
if
it's
Rebecca...
Raymond that's
Yeah.
the locus of this. Okay, right.
Yes. If Rebecca ran as far as she could, they'd find her too. Raymond admits he might have left that part out during her onboarding, but in his defense, none of his previous assistants ever made it this far, so frankly, he didn't think it could come up. Now,
So
this
he's
is not
admitted to the
literally
multiple
what...
murders. Okay, good.
So, like,
good.
the-
I was yeah.
Yeah. Like, he didn't
Yeah.
literally say it like that, but the implication is literally like, oh shit, you made it? Wow, that's a first. Had to kill all the other ones. Oh. So it's like he...
When I
yeah,
finished
don't
my
think-
internship, they bought me a cheesecake.
Did Raymond say that, or did you?
No, that was my last internship.
Ah.
I got a cheesecake
Oh,
at the
that's
end of it.
sweet.
Did she have to keep like a journal for class on her internship? Day one.
Actually, now that you mention it, there's a little mechanic where she can scribble on a post-it, and that tells you, like, it's like your sanity mechanic. If the scribbles are really weird, it's like, ooh, better find which body it's haunted, 'cause, not looking good, because the time
Okay.
can run out and you get possessed.
Okay.
Scribble. Raymond offers Rebecca a proposition: to learn everything he knows, to carry the torch, and continue his work. On the one hand, it's kind of tempting. There will always be demons, which means steady work, and who wouldn't want that kind of job security? That's me projecting a little bit.
Yeah, also, aren't the demons just coming because of Raymond?
He is the job security. On the other hand, every single mortuary assistant before her ended up possessed or killed by Raymond. So that's bad. Now, unfortunately for Rebecca, she doesn't have much of a choice. Demons will follow her no matter where she goes.
So this is what happened to Raymond at the very beginning of the story. Like, he messed with it and now he's marked or something. Okay, right. It's
Yeah.
great. So now we
Yeah,
have
so we got it.
confirmation that that's how this
Okay,
works.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So basically, she accepts.
You know, that makes sense. That makes sense now. Because it's like, okay, well, now you're in this, so if you leave, they'll get you, so you have no choice but to help me. Right, that makes sense. Okay.
Now, speaking of assistants, not to be dramatic, but one of them ended up with a fate worse than death. Her name is Valerie. Do you remember Valerie?
Is she the one in the box
Valerie.
in the basement?
Yeah, she's the one in
Yeah.
the box in the basement.
Okay, yeah. Not to be dramatic, but one of them did meet a fate worse than death. Just imagine that. It's just...
Valerie fell to possession, but instead of destroying her, Raymond sealed her alive inside a coffin in the basement of the mortuary where she remains to this day.
Was he like in love with her or something? Or
No.
is it like an experiment? Or
No.
why
He
does
was
she
just
get sealed in a coffin, everyone else dies?
Because he's like, oh, I feel bad. I should try to save this one.
This one.
Yeah. And,
Just imagining Raymond's secretary going, I'm so glad you're here. The last assistant met with a fate worse than death, so it's really good to have you here. Oh, you've been such a good help.
Thank you, Sophie. He harvests her blood, which becomes the reagent, the substance instrumental to banish demons. The very same chemical Rebecca has been unknowingly using during her night shift.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie remains trapped in a liminal state, no longer fully human, but not entirely gone, sustained in torment beneath the mortuary.
Is that how you're going to deliver the line?
Yes. Raymond seems to carry guilt.
I don't believe that.
Over Valerie's fate, but he justifies this as a necessary evil. And here's the terrifying truth. If it came down to it, he wouldn't hesitate to make Rebecca his new source of regent.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Let's just pause for a second. The necessary evil is just Raymond's own self-preservation, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like he opened a portal and the demons are going to come into the world regardless. Like, they're just going after him, and he's now killed half a dozen people.
Yeah.
To save himself.
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't seem particularly sympathetic. That's what's happened, right? He didn't open like a portal under Connecticut that these things are coming out of, and he's having to stop it. Like, he's literally just to keep himself. He's like Lawrence. He's just doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he's being a Lawrence, exactly. Every night shift, Rebecca is plagued by visions. But they're more than just demons or fragments of memory. They point to something deeper, something far more unsettling. They point to Valerie. Through these disturbing glimpses, Rebecca uncovers the truth, the reagent she's been using to banish demons is made from Valerie's blood. Valerie pleads for help, and against her better judgment, Rebecca releases her. But it's already too late. Valerie is long gone. Her body is just now a shell, fully overtaken by a demon.
Oh.
The entity lunges, trying to take control of Rebecca, and then just in time, Raymond bursts in and destroys the creature. Okay, I'm being like poetic here. He couldn't save his mother, he couldn't save Valerie or any of the others, but this time at least, he saved Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, if you imagine it's like, on an aggregate level, he's he saved one life and is responsible for 6 deaths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, the demon is gone, Rebecca is safe, but the damage is done. Rebecca demands answers, and Raymond offers none. Angry and betrayed, Rebecca storms out, determined to uncover whatever other secrets Raymond is hiding.
So she's angry and betrayed now.
Yeah, she's angry
It
and
was
betrayed.
okay before.
I don't know. Just like, this seems like, okay, this is the anger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So she already knew that he was killing his assistants before now. Because doesn't he say that in the interview? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then at some point, essentially, because it's like depends on the endings, right? It's like one of the endings is like she gets possessed, so he traps her in a giant coffin. One of the endings, it's like she makes peace with her father. One of the endings, she kills Raymond because she's possessed by a demon. One of the endings, I don't know if it's a combination of two endings or if it's separate one. I can't remember, but she's like finds out about Valerie. But then the super secret ending is the one where she actually goes down to see Valerie.
Okay.
And then this happens.
So the way you're describing it, it's like there's multiple endings, but
Hmm.
it's more like the story just kind of keeps going, and like the endings are just the deeper you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
into it. So, but it
exactly.
can end before
It's
the actual like real resolution of the story.
yeah,
Is what you're saying?
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like you just like do the challenge, get your body, and depending on how you do it, you get the end. As like she gets visions, right? And so
Mhm.
she gets different visions. Like after I think you do one ending, well, the next time you try to find the body, you get different visions. So you get this ending, and then the
Okay.
game gives you like different visions. Like it's
Okay.
and then you get to the final thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But there's at least one truth buried beneath it all that Rebecca or anyone else couldn't even begin to imagine.
I doubt you could even imagine it. That
Oh,
which
oh,
commanded the
oh,
stars.
oh, 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 oh. No, no, do the good narration.
There is no good narration.
There is one good narration we did 4 years ago.
Don't tell me you don't see it.
Well, only you don't see it.
Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring.
Well, Elden Ring.
Look up at the sky. Oh, it burns.
Burns.
Can't remember when that was fun. Not a source of constant stress. I'd rather be working in the mortuary.
Thank you, Sophie.
Deal with demons, or I can deal with /V. I know where I'm going.
I don't know what that is. Thank you,
Good.
Sophie. Even deeper, beneath the Riverfields Mortuary, hidden behind heavy wooden doors, bound by thick metal chains and sacred seals, is Raymond's mother. Shock, Sophie.
I know
Not
you showed
shocked?
me like a month
Oh,
ago.
still possessed, still alive.
Yeah.
Her body rotting, her skin peeled away. Raymond uses strips of her flesh to maintain a protective sigil tattooed on his chest, a grotesque ritual to stave off possession. The demon speaks through his mother, taunting Raymond, telling him she suffers in hell, and Raymond simply responds with, "Good."
Is there any information about like why Raymond doesn't like his mother?
Mm, I don't know.
We just don't know.
Maybe he blames her for bringing demons in. Maybe it's
Wasn't
like
that his
deeper rooted
thing?
issues. Well,
Didn't he summon them?
like she got sick and she got possessed,
Mm-hmm.
and like I
But
don't
didn't
know.
he get her possessed?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I
Shouldn't you
think she
know?
just got possessed because it's just a thing that happens. And then he tried a ritual to stop it, and then like, oh, damn, I made it worse.
Okay, so I'm having to reassess my understanding of this universe. So,
Yes,
when you're sick and dying, a demon can possess you, right?
I think so.
And Raymond did something to try and stop the demon from possessing his mother. And that
Like,
made
or
him. It's like, hey,
I,
that's not allowed. And
yeah, yeah.
that marked him as a target for demons, but also demons just possess corpses as
I
well.
think, yeah, that's what I think. I don't know.
But he's
It's not. I
like
don't.
he's like a target. Presumably, this is an irregular occurrence. So, like,
No,
I
I
guess
think
he's
it
like a
is.
no, but in the world outside of Raymond's mortuary.
Probably, because like, why would it happen if it's not a regular occurrence?
Well, things can be rare.
Okay, fine. It's a semi-regular occurrence.
But like, if it were a regular occurrence, it wouldn't be like occult knowledge. It would be something people dealt with on a daily
Oh.
basis. So I'm
Yeah, no, I
guessing
see.
like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like it's his mother was possessed, which is not something that normally happens, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he goes from that to like, well, I've got to figure out how this possession thing works, and it backfires,
Yeah.
and he becomes the thing all the demons are going for.
I,
And then from
I
that
think
point onward,
so.
all the
Yeah.
bodies around him get possessed because he becomes like a gateway. Is that what this is?
I think so, but I don't think it's like 100% explained.
That's okay.
Maybe you
yeah.
should do some research.
Well, isn't the game like an hour long or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not. Maybe fans found the answer. I don't know.
No, but I mean, it
I
doesn't.
feel like the game.
I'm just asking you because you've actually played it, and I was wondering if it says in this extremely short game how that works. Because surely you would remember.
No, I like the info we get about that is from his diaries. Like I sent you
Okay.
a link, and I feel like in the diaries it's kind of ambiguous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's that.
Wow,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
1.5 hours.
Such a good job, Sophie. Oh. Well done. Heard something. Hello?
For people watching this back, audio-only sinners notice something behind her. Perhaps a demon.
Sophie, do the outro.
That was all the screams that followed episode 2 of 2. Episode 1 was, I think, in like 2018 or something like that.
We actually
It was quite
had
a while
multiple
ago.
episodes. We had like 6 of them, but covering like.
Well, yeah, it was one very long thing where it just went on and on forever.
Yeah.
So this was about Mortuary Assistant, which like it's a game that's, I think this episode's probably longer than it takes to beat Mortuary Assistant. So like it was fine because it was quite a short game, but I dread like you'll want to do one that's like the entirety of Resident Evil or something, and I'll have to like set up a tent and I'm gonna be here for like the next week.
Oh my god, Sophie, do you know what I'm gonna do if Raymond is like come close to me? You know I will do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, not today, Raymond.
What is that?
The fidget.
Oh, it's not an action, because I'm watching you in quite low resolution. I couldn't tell if that was a plastic fake knife or a real one.
If Raymond's nearby, I'm like, yo, Raymond.
I'm gonna say the power fist is actually quite effective on you because you're 5'1", so it looks even bigger than it would like normally.
Wow. Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. And see y'all next time.
Bye.